Greetings, Benjamin J from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, follow up on that 999 motor that had the broken contactor plate. As you see, the epoxy has cured. I have installed the contactor and the spring, and it works absolutely perfectly. So it's an instant replacement for a broken peg on the Marx contactor plate. That's just that piece of bobby pin. As you see, it's embedded in that epoxy putty, and the way we scratch that plastic, it's really bonded to that plastic now, or that phenolic plate. Anyway, the wire was so short I had to solder it way down here. But as you see, it works. No problem at all. Now, this motor did not run. So anyway, let me refocus this camera. This camera's been excuse me, acting strange today. Maybe it's the weather. It rained here all day today. Anyway, so the motor is on the rail, and as you see, it is up and running. So this thing didn't even buzz when it got here. I mean, this thing was dead as the proverbial hammer. Years and years of bad storage, plus that repair that someone had tried to do. So there was no way that motor was going to run the way they had that contactor bent around the end of that contactor plate. And they had a huge spring under it. No idea why, but in any case, got it fixed. And the major problem, of course, was that broken contactor plate. Now, you can replace the plate. It's just you have to pull the wheels off to do that. It's much, much easier to do this repair, as it only takes a minute, as you see. And best of all, it works. And that will stay in there virtually forever now. So, in any case, it's a really simple repair. It's easy to do it. It only takes a minute. It'll last forever. And best of all, of course, is just the fact that it works. It gets these motors up and running. And if it's broken off on both ends, do both ends. The only alternative is to replace that contactor plate. This is a lot less time consuming, a lot faster, and the result is the same. It gets the motor running. So as you see, this is running perfectly. No problem with it at all. And that epoxy, it's been on there now, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. You cannot even dent it with your thumbnail. By this time tomorrow, it'll be as hard as glass. You can drill it, tap it. The stuff gets really hard. Very much like Bondo. Same effect, just on a much smaller scale. Anyway, as you see, this motor is running perfectly now. So, drop this into a shell, I have another running motor. So, when you encounter one of these broken contactor plates, it's really, really simple to repair it just by using that epoxy putty. Now, you could very likely do it with standard epoxy. It's just the epoxy putty is so much easier to use. It doesn't run, it doesn't drip, sag, it doesn't do anything. You just stick it down and let it harden, and you have repaired the contactor plate, as you can see. That will last virtually forever. So it's a simple repair that works. So in any case, just a quick follow-up video on that motor. There's lots of these Marx motors, especially stuff you buy off eBay. It'll arrive, and lots of times that contactor plate is broken. And there's really no alternative. You either repair it or replace it. You can't usually run it with a broken contactor plate. The contactor won't stay in position. So just a quick video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.